Let's learn about the 6 rules of capitalization. Rule number 1. The first word in a sentence must be capitalized. Here's an example. She had a long career as a nurse. What is the capital letter? The capital letter is S because it is the first letter of the first word of the sentence. The first letter of the first word must always be capitalized in a sentence. That means it should always be big. Rule number 2, the pronoun I. Pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they. But only this pronoun needs to be capitalized all the time. Here, it's capitalized because it's the beginning of the sentence. But here, it is in the middle of the sentence, and it also must be capitalized. Always capitalize the pronoun I anywhere that you write it. Rule number 3, names of people and their titles. So you can see here Barack Obama, capital B, capital O. First name must be capitalized and last name. The next example is Professor Stephen Zetlin. My first name is Stephen. My last name is Zetlin. My title is professor, and you also must capitalize the title. Jim is someone's first name. Mrs. Smith. MRS period tells us that this is a woman and that she is married. And this is her last name. So if you have something like Mr. or Mrs. or Miss or Ms., they must all be capitalized. T is capitalized here because it's the beginning of the sentence. But notice that a word like baby is not capitalized. It is not a name, and it is not a proper noun. Here is Mr. Z. The first letter of my last name is capitalized, and the first letter of Mr. And this is Dr. DR period is doctor. So this needs to be capitalized because it is a title. But here it says when the doctors came, they said she had the flu. This is a small d because there is no name with it. If there's no name, you do not capitalize the title. Not a title with no name. Okay. Number 4, nationalities. So, which means where are you from? You are Mexican, you are Chinese, you are Cantonese. So these are nationalities and languages, and they must always be capitalized. Religions. So for example, Mr. Zetlin is Jewish. His religion is Judaism. So we must capitalize J. Ethnic groups. That is Asian, Latino, Latina, Latinx, Black, White, and others. Always capitalize them. The same goes for race. So Black, White, Asian, ethnicities, and race. Number 5, names of school courses with numbers. Don't capitalize school subjects except names of nationalities, languages, religions, and college classes with numbers. So you can see that math is a school subject, but it doesn't have a number. So it's a small m, right? If there's a number like ESL 283A, then you must capitalize. English is a language, so it must always be capitalized. And the last one is specific places you can find on a map. So the story happens in New York City. Notice each word is capitalized. All these examples are places you can find on a map. Read them carefully.